Good afternoon. My name is Pascal Hertoge. I'm the Business Transformation Director at PARTENA Professional. I've started my career 25 years ago in helping diverse organizations to improve with their customer relations. Nowadays, it's called customer experience, and helping organizations to transform their business via challenging projects. Now, Partena's professional strategy is to transform the current business from an administrative-driven organization towards a client-focused organization with a mission. Ondernemen met ondernemers, or entreprendre avec des entrepreneurs, a little bit difficult to translate exactly in English. The Partena organization is a group of complementary business divisions helping starters, but as well entrepreneurs and enterprises, with all the formalities related to the Belgium Social Security Administration, such as startup of their activities, payroll calculations, and offering them guidance, advice, and assistance consistent with their social statute through all the phases of their private and professional life. The objectives for us for the implementation of the UC projects are, of course, first of all, replacing our existing traditional telephony systems and providing a new telephony system run on an IP network. Second objective is to ensure that we create a lot more consistency in our organization. As mentioned, we have 35 locations spread around across the country. We have our headquarters, and what we want to achieve is we want to install consistency in terms of the user profiles. So what different type of users do we acknowledge? We want to install consistency in the call routing. How do we route calls from customers towards our employees? Which messages do we use? Which IVR promptings do we use? So really a whole creating consistency in terms of the call routing, consistency in our administration. This consistency will, of course, decrease the level of complexity from an administrative perspective as well, and consistent reporting across all our user base. A third objective of the project is to improve our customer experience. Partena Professional makes it very, very, very important to create and constantly improve the experience that we offer to our clients. And in order, and what we try to do is we make customer experience tangible, as well via an improved accessibility and an improved availability. So the Unified Communication Project will enable us to improve on the accessibility and the availability of our employees, and by such improve the customer experience towards our customers. And last but not least, of course, what the platform will deliver us as well is additional functionalities where our employees will benefit a lot from these new functionalities. Things like video conferencing, web conferencing, net meetings, the present status, all new functionalities for our user base that will allow them to work more efficiently from their perspective. From a technical perspective, we have chosen Getronics to help us to implement the Microsoft Link solution, and we've asked for TamTam Consultant to help us mainly on the functional part. As I noticed or as I mentioned before, the functional part is a very, very crucial part for us in this project, because the reason why we are doing it, the project, is not only to replace our telephony infrastructure, but as well to really improve our customer experience and to ensure that we can create consistency of the experience across all our employees and across all our locations. So that is as well why we have chosen not to run the project from an IT department, but the business and the business transformation team is taking ownership of the implementation of this project. It seemed quite a challenge to find on the market a provider who could cover both the functional and the technical part. That's why we went out and we came up with 2 different vendors and using TamTam for helping us with the functional side. And what we have done so far with TamTam Consulting is we have formed groups of user representatives and representation of the different locations. And with these user representatives, TamTam helped us to start documenting and designing the call flows. All with in mind that at the end of the day, we want to give a consistent experience to the client who is calling us, independent whether he's ending up in our ECLO office, in our headquarters, whether he's calling our invoicing department or our front offices or his payroll consultant. So there is an enormous amount of effort that we are putting at the moment into ensuring that we come up with the standardization and standardization throughout the handling of phone calls in our organization. The challenge that we have is as well, certainly with the work that we did with TamTam, is what empowerment do you give to your different branches, to your different locations, in terms of deciding themselves on how they handle their calls. There is a trade-off between standardization and consistency and giving branches empowerment to ensure that at the end of the day they're the closest with their customers and they have to have a certain level of autonomy in deciding how they do the call routing. So there is a constant balance to be assured in such projects, that empowerment in the different locations is guaranteed, but you don't give in too much on your standardization and creating that consistent customer experience across your entire organization. Thank you for giving the opportunity to tell our story.